when it comes to jobs and leads, as you can see here, we've got one lead in the job already. If you just want to create a job without going through the job board, you can click on new job here, fill the information out, and that'll create a job down here automatically for you. The idea really is to go through the lead process. It just helps with all your pipeline data, your lead sources, your trends. So it just gives you a bit more information as you're going through. We'll go through that now. So if we go at the top here and we go job board, this is a bit of a, for me, as a visual representation of, for me to look at where jobs are. So once we create a new lead, it'll create a card here. Once you click on that card, you can go inside there and you've got information here. So it has all your client's details here. If you click that, we'll copy the email address. So it just means you don't have to select and copy and paste. From here we can type notes. So if we're dealing with a client and we flick them an email, come in here and put a note in here, this will give it a date and time stamp. So it just sort of helps you keep an eye on what's been the communication for that job and all that is. Down here we can actually add tasks to the job, and we can put dates and things like that as well, checklist items. If we go on to this point here, we can drag and drop files and photos onto that lead as well. So the idea here is to have it in a lead. If you're going to go to a site visit, you can grab it, drag it over to the next one. You'll have all your different leads. You'll sort of see what placement they're at and whether, you know, everything is moving forward. Once we get over to pricing / quoted, what's going to happen is it's going to create a create view estimate button here. So from here we can click on that. That's going to take us into our estimate area where we can start building an estimate. So we can start adding groups, we can start adding cost codes and creating our quote or estimate for the client. Once we've happy with that, we've finalised that, we can go finalise for client. When we finalise for the client, that's going to lock that estimate, and it's going to allow us to go to a PDF to export. We can't do that until it's finalised. We can send it out to the client. If they come back and want to make adjustments to that, you can go over here and there'll be a button here, create new version. It'll keep version 1 and it'll move on to version 2, but everything will be copied over and you can make your adjustments. Just means you can go backwards and forwards until you get to a point where your client's actually happy. You've also got scope of works here as well. This is an area where you can just write out a scope of works if that's what you like to do. And then we've got tenders. So when you've got subcontractors, you can create a tender package from, say, the electrical package. You can add attachments from the job. So once you've put files into that job, you'll be able to select them from there. You'll be able to select multiple electricians for one job. It'll flick them an email, give them access to the files, tell them what you're wanting. Once they put that through to you, later on we'll automate that, but at the moment we just put it back into ourselves. Once you choose the estimate that you want and you agree to it on here, that'll feed its way into your budget over here. And then when you finalise for client, all of that will show up there. Once you've got a client who's happy with that and the estimate and everything's right where you want it, if I drag that and drop it on accepted, it's automatically going to create a job on the left hand side here. From that, it's going to copy all files and folders over into the file section for that job. It's going to copy the estimate, all the tenders, everything, all that information from that card is going to be created into this job on the left hand side. So just a little bit of a process, but it gives you a visual indication of where each of your leads are sitting. And if we go into here and we go dashboard as well, this is where you'll start seeing all your information. Obviously this takes time for it to start showing real information, but the more leads you put through that, the more information you're going to get and see where things are going, what kind of trends you've got, etc.